move where no one walks. Some call it imagination, others something more. Here, between dusk and dawn, the veil thins. Voices of the forgotten stir. Stories rise from the silence, and the spirits among us begin to speak. Welcome, brave listener, to Spirits Among Us, where we explore the unseen, the unexplained, and the world that waits just beyond the light.
There's 3 different theories in the origin of demons. Ultimately, it doesn't matter, because what you believe in, which origin of demons came from, or how demons. We don't have that many Bible verses to kind of say, yes, this is a definite answer. Out of the 3 theories, right? Some believe that they're the fallen angels. Some believe that they are a pre-Adamic race. And then they are the offspring of the Nephilim, or when the flood came and killed all the Nephilim and the giants and everything. This is from their spirit can't go back into heaven, so their spirits remain. That's why some people believe that the demons still want to be part of a body. Now, we have to understand, Satan is not a demon. We call him the devil, we call him the enemy, we call him these things, but really he's not a demon. All right? He is a cherubim, but he became a fallen angel. So when these fallen angels, they're not actually demons, because they are limited. They have different types of powers. They have different types of responsibilities, and Satan is the king of all of it, right? That's why we call him the captain. He is the god of this world, right? Small g, not big G. But now we're going to talk about demon nature. The sole ambition is to pervert, hinder, hurt, or destroy us. They never sleep nor slumber. They are more familiar with us than we are with them. Now, just to give you this concept, I could tell you demons have been assigned to people, and they are familiar with every detail. That's why they know when they hit you when you're at your weakest. That's why they will try to influence you when you're at your weakest, or when you are, not paying attention. They know, they study you all the time, right? Now, this is what demons do. Now, if we had an actual lens that could show us the spiritual world, we would be freaked out of all the demons that we would see and everything that goes on. But we also have an angelic host. We have all the angels' activity too, right? And we are needing to be aware of how things work. That's why we don't have to see it all. We can just have faith, and then also we need to know how to operate and work in the authority that we have. But in demon nature, this is something that happened in my life. My dad passed away. He was on a motorcycle and he had an accident, right? We didn't know exactly what the full diagnosis was. We had a cousin that came and said, my dad showed up and start giving, I didn't die. I didn't, from the accident, I died from a heart attack before, and that's what caused the accident. And I just wanted to let you know and tell my family that I love them. This is what my cousin said. That's what my dad appeared to him. I could tell you right now, that wasn't my dad, because my dad was in heaven, right? He accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. I know my dad was in heaven. See, but that was a demon masquerading around as my dad, because all of us in the family were so hurt at that time. All we ever said was we wanted just to get one more talk. One more, if I could just talk to my dad one more time. Just to talk to him, just to speak to him, right? And so a demon obliged and wanted all of us to kind of walk into that suit of getting into a Ouija board. This is why fortune tellers, Ouija boards, and people do channeling and doing psychic things, because You're hurting people, and demons know that. And they will operate in those ways to try to get people to fall more and more. Now, I know a testimony of a person that got into this. There was a spirit in her. She said that her grandma showed up multiple times and then said, you know, it's so much better here on the other side. You should come. You don't need to worry about Jesus and all this kind of stuff. You know, always lead to heaven. You know, you don't need to worry about coming to Jesus and following Jesus. You can just come, go ahead and commit suicide, and you can, you know, just be over here on the peaceful side of us. This was a demon masquerading around as a grandma, you know, leading it more and more for her to make that choice to commit suicide, right? Because of loneliness, because of all these different things. This is how demons work, and we have to be aware of this. That's why we have to be knowledgeable about it. And one of the biggest things is it says, put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles, the trickery, the strategies of the devil. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. The trickeries, the strategies, like what those couple of different testimonies I just told you, those were trickeries and strategies that the enemy uses. But also there is more of a personal level, right? The enemy could tell you, let's say if you are dealing with anger, dealing with something in that area, right? Like somebody cut you off. Now, you have an emotion that you get angry. And then you get angry about it and you're like, okay, you know, I hate when that guy did that, you know? Now you go in and now the demon is wanting to energize that thing. And now you are getting angry, getting frustrated the entire day. You're blowing up on everybody. And then you come to church and then you can't hear what the pastor is teaching. Because why? You allowed that demon to have access. Because, yes, you can be mad about the whole situation. But then you're like, you know what? Forgive them. They do not know what they do, right? That's why forgiveness, like I taught on Thursday, forgiveness is the one thing that can hinder people's faith, right? So be aware of that when the enemy tries to come in with trickery and strategies. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage, outwit of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, schemes, purposes. 2 Corinthians chapter 2:11. See, if you know your enemy, right? You can't just be unaware of what your enemy is going to do. You have to know what his schemes, his trickery, and his purposes. When you know this, you're able to fight against him. These two verses indicate the adversary has tricks, strategies, wiles, schemes, purposes, and devices all designed to hurt mankind. The Bible implores us not to be ignorant of the enemy. If you want to even break it down, ignorant means being stupid about it or foolish. Here's a brief description of the enemy. Know your enemy. Just as a human in personality, demons have personalities. They will make you what they are if you yield to them. Anger, jealousy, Numbers 5:14. Lust, homosexuality, hypnotism, unclean. Matthew 12, verse 43. Confusion. Demons lack bodies, so they seek to possess a body. Human bodies give demons their widest range of expression in Mark chapter 5 and 8 and 9:25. This is why many times demons always will work on trying to get in a person or trying to make that their home, right? Now we know that demons have come on the objects. It comes on to, animals. We know that because, the Bible talks about going into the pigs, right? There are certain locations because of people doing satanic demonic work that has caused demons to be operating in those areas too, right? You could walk into a home or a room and you just go, wow, something evil is right here. Now, I've walked into a room one time and it's like you just stepped into the room and the taste of the air was terrible. You know, it's kind of like when you work next to an egg sewage plant, right? It's like the smell was terrible. I mean, you could smell brimstone, you could smell hellfire, you know, you were just smelling that right there. But then the whole atmosphere just felt hopeless, right? And I have been in those areas, and that when I was just a baby Christian at the time, but I could just sense that walking in, right? And I was like, what is this? And I'm like, what happened was there was actually multiple people that had demons on them, and they just needed them to get cast out that day. And I was just catching on the atmosphere because I was just so ready for God that day. I was just in the spiritual mode that the pastor was already going to be casting these demons out, that I was just catching on what she was going to be sensing in the